The Creepypasta of EYELESS Jack is, something. You know, it's a story that's really nostalgic, but it's definitely weird considering, like, how long the original story is and how little information it gives. And, the depictions of him are very,
I always thought I might be bad, now I'm sure that it's true, 'cause
different from the original. So, following my previous Creepypasta animation, which you should watch by the way, just saying, I decided to animate the entire story of EYELESS Jack. The original story, not like a fucking origin. With some tweaks in the story for animation purposes and because I found it funny. So, we're back in the theater, and this time I present to you an awful animation of EYELESS Jack. Alright, let's do this. Hello, my name is Mitch. I'm here to tell you guys about an experience I had. I don't know if it was paranormal or whatever stupid words people use to describe supernatural phenomena. But after that thing visited me, I believe in that paranormal trash now. I had just moved in with my brother Edwin after I was kicked out of my apartment. We hadn't seen each other for 10 years, so we was eager and we were both excited to live together. Unfortunately, however, Edwin didn't have the largest living space. So I had to live up in the attic. I finished unpacking. I spent the rest of the day catching up with Edwin before going back to bed. Later that night, I awoke, though. I heard weird rustling noises coming from outside at about 1 in the morning. I thought it was just a tree scratching against the glass, so I ignored it and tried to fall asleep. The next morning, I told Edwin about it, but he said it couldn't be a tree because there were no trees at the back of his property. The next night, however, I thought I heard my window opening and a loud thump, as if someone had entered my room. I darted up and looked around my room. But I saw nothing. The next morning, Edwin could drop his coffee cup when he saw me. He held up a nearby mirror and I saw myself. I had a large gash in my left cheek. After, I was rushed to the nearby hospital in the nearest city. The doctor told me that I must have been sleepwalking, but then he told me something that made my blood turn cold. He told me that when they lifted up my shirt, they saw sewn up incisions where my kidneys were. I stared in his eyes, my eyes widening.
What the fuck?
What the? Anyways.
You somehow lost your left kidney last night. We don't know how though. Sorry, Mitch.
Oh man, I need that.
Hey! Brother, let's go home. Night?
Yo. Around midnight, I woke up to see a truly horrifying sight. I was staring at a creature with a bulbous, bloated body. The creature also wore a dark blue mask, with no nose or mouth staring down at me. The thing that scared me the most, though, was that the creature had no eyes, just empty black sockets. The creature was also making really strange noises. I could barely hear it, though. Thankfully, however, my phone was on the table next to my bed. I grabbed it and took a photo of it. The creature lunged at me and tried to claw open my chest to get out my lungs. I stopped it by kicking it in the face. As I rang out my room really bravely. I grabbed my wallet. I would need the money.
Mitch, why are you making so much noise?
I ran out of my brother's house and into the night. Eventually, I ended up in a woods, but I tripped on a rock. Oh fuck! Oh fuck no! When I woke up in the hospital, my doctor entered the room. The same one who treated me before.
I have good news and bad news, Mitch. So good news is that you had minor injuries and your parents are going to pick you up.
I sighed relief. Whew.
So bad news is your brother has been killed by something. Sorry, Mitch.
Oh, fuck. After I recovered, I went back to Edwin's place using my parents' car to get the rest of my belongings, which I did. Upon entering the room, though, I was scared, but remained calm. I retrieved the last of my money. Then stopped dead in my tracks. In the hallway leading to my room, I saw Edwin's body and something small lying next to it. I picked up the small thing, then I left. I was too freaked out to get the rest of my luggage. Just before I got back in my parents' car, I looked at the thing and nearly vomited. I was holding my stolen half-eaten kidney with some black substance on it. That's it? It just ends there. It just ends there. What? That's it?
That's fucking it. What was the point of it? Why ended off there? Why ended off there?